Hey guys, what's going on? TheRealOGnick bring you guys another video. Today I'm bringing you guys my first MLB 17 The Show video. Now, this first video is just going to be a team update, guys, showing you guys my team, some of the polls I've gotten, and basically how my team's looking and how I'm playing well. This will be my first video for MLB, so more will come. Hopefully today I can get you guys a MLB, some game footage. I already played the game, I didn't get any footage from it though. I'll play about 2-3 more games today, get some footage from those. You guys can see me rage, see me cry, whatever the case may be. So we can do that, guys. I just opened a few packs, didn't get anything, unfortunately. So yeah, let's get into my team. Now here's my team. Usually I won't have Incarte or Batista out there. I'll have Peterson, and right now Schwarber. Reason I have Schwarber out there is to do the Starlin Castro player epic right now. This is my general team when I'm all finished. As you can see, my infield's pretty nice. I got Carlos Carrera, Encarnacion, which I got from the comeback bonus, the log most when we first boot up the game. Rick Porcello I pulled, Carrera I pulled, Trey Turner I pulled, and David Wright 88 rookie card I pulled. Now, something insane that happened, guys. The other day, it was about 2-3 days ago, I had opened a few packs. Now, I opened a pack from Battle Royale that I had lost. I got Trey Turner from that. Then I opened up another pack, right after the Trey Turner, I got Carlos Carrera. And then I opened another pack, and I pulled the 88 rookie David Wright. So I got about 40 to 50K worth of players in 3 packs. That's it. So I pulled all those guys. Rick Porcello I pulled day 1 from my free MVP edition pack, stuff like that. Everyone else I've kind of gotten just through building my team and buying and selling and stuff like that. So right now, I got a team overall of 82. And like I said, Trey Turner, Carrera, Rick Porcello, and Encarnacion, David Wright in the infield, as long with Wilson Ramos. I do think Ramos is really good, actually. He's a really good catcher. He's not the best, at least unless it's my fault pitching, at blocking pass balls or things like that. He's not the best at that, but he's got a really good bat, and I love him in my team. He's got a really good bat there, so it's really fun to use. Jose Batista, I think you guys should definitely go pick him up. He'll most likely be a gold very soon, I think, in my opinion. I think he'll be a great player you can get, and I definitely think he'll be a gold. If not, even if he doesn't become a gold, he's still an amazing silver. Something that if you're really trying to make a pretty good team with not a lot of stubs or money to spend on the game, he's a great player you can pick up to put in your squad. And Ender Encarnacion, he's just kind of there as a filler right now. I do have a Billy Hamilton that I would kind of rather put there, or a Jared Dyson, I believe his name. The reason I don't is because I like their speed. It's just they don't have any kind of bat. Now, I do have them on my bench for pinch running, but outside of that, I really don't have an outfielder out there. So that's kind of an area I'm trying to get. Ken Griffey is actually amazing in this game, and honestly, a player I'll probably keep for a little while. He's got a great arm, pretty good batting, and he's got decent speed of 84, pretty quick there. So a great player to have in your team. Now, as far as some players I have and some of my kind of like quick reviews of my players, Carlos Carrera, he's decent. He can hit homers. I've done it a few times with him. He's not bad. He's slow. Surprisingly, I thought he'd be a little faster. He got 65 speed, so it's average, I guess. And as far as like anyways of him, he's a pretty good player. The reason I'm keeping him, not selling him, is because he's only selling about for 10K right now, which is why I'm holding on to him. And also there's a chance for him to become a diamond most likely. So hopefully that will happen, so I can make some cash off of that. Rick Porcello I'm keeping because he's my only gold pitcher right now for starters and relievers, actually. He's not a bad pitcher either. And there are some budget pitchers I'm going to show you guys on my team that are so good that you guys should really pick up. You guys need really good pitchers, whether they're a starter or reliever. Encarnacion, he's a good, obviously great hitter. Big problem with him though sometimes is on the third base line, they really clog up that line. They always have a third baseman there because he pulls really hard on that line. So just be aware of that. So the only way you're going to really get past the third baseman on the line is if you hit it above their head. So keep that in mind, but he's got great power, of course. Trey Turner is amazing. He's got 96 speed. Great player here. And honestly, I really do think he's amazing. And I definitely do think they get the job done. And David Wright, guys. David Wright is insane, bro. I'm telling you, he's insane. I'll show you his stats when we get there. And he's only, I believe it's like 18K now. He might be below. I think there's around 15K right now. If you have 15K, you need a star third baseman that's not a diamond that will break the bank, dude. Honestly, get that 88 David Wright. So worth it, in my opinion. Plus, he's getting pulled a lot, so his price will even drop. So keep that an eye out for that. So as far as my pitching staff, I've got Rick Porcello, Tyson Ross, Lance McCullers, Drew Pomeranz, and I also have Wei Yin Chen. Now, I do have better pictures, quote unquote, from the overall. But Wei Yin Chen is an absolutely amazing pitcher, and honestly, my favorite pitcher I have. He's only 77, but I just don't know what it is about him, really. He's such a good pitcher. He's got decent stamina, and his stats aren't that crazy. Now, I think what's great about him is that he doesn't have a whole lot of velocity, so it's like his breaks are really good, his curves. He has a fastball, two-seamer, slider, changeup, and curveball. I love every single one of his pitches. His fastball has a decent enough speed to get blow some batters, blow by some hitters. And his slider, changeup, and curveball are insane. They break so quickly. They look fine, and they break right away. It's so good. I strike out so many people with him, and he's just absolutely amazing. So if you guys need a good starting pitcher, don't look at the overall. Don't look at the stats. He's amazing. Again, it could just be me who I played, but every single person I played against with him has done absolutely great. So I haven't lost a game with him, I don't think, besides maybe one or two, because I play a lot of games, but he's absolutely amazing. Rick Porcello, I've had him for a little bit. I've only pitched with him about 2-3 times. He's a really good pitcher. He gets the job done. His slider, I wish was a little bit better, is his last pitch, so it's not that great. But he does have definitely good two-seamer, which you can definitely check out some guys, whether or not they're a lefty hitter or a righty hitter. Really good two-seamer. He's got a decent changeup as well. Really good in that sense. And I do think he's going to stay a gold. I don't know if we'll drop the silver. We'll see. Everyone else is pretty average. Lance McCullers I do like as well. I've pitched a lot with him recently. He's actually really nice to have. Standard pitches, but he just has really nice breaks on them. And it's really nice to have, I think, personally. Now, as far as relievers, there are definitely some relievers I think you guys should check out. Sergio Romo, I really like Sergio Romo. I really like him. He's one of my favorite relievers right now. He's got a slider as his main pitch, which is insane. As you can see, he's got 99 break. Right? This guy's got 99 break, and I think he's absolutely amazing. He's super cheap right now, too. He doesn't have stamina, really, even though he's a reliever. But he's got really good break on him, and his slider, like I said, it breaks people. I swear to God. If there's ever a left-handed batter, I go to the bottom right corner of the box, and I try it. It looks like it's going in, and it comes right out to the ball, and they still swing at it, and it's an easy strike. So this guy has amazing stuff. He does have a four-seam fastball, so if you need a quick fastball up high, something to blow by someone, you can definitely do that. But like I said, his slider, his sinker, and his changeup breaks so hard. It's so good to use him, in my opinion. Now, another pitcher I really like is Sean Gilmartin from the Mets. He's really good in this game. Again, his stats only show it, but he's got a slider for his main pitch, a four-seamer, a changeup, a two-seamer, and a curveball. He's the same kind of person where his pitches are really slow. He's got 57 velocity. His pitches are really slow. His fastball is just quick enough to blow by people, but you can be caught with this sometimes, I've noticed. So be careful with that unless you're really accurate. So, but like I said, his slider and curveball, his curveball is below 70s most of the time unless you go throw it hard. I get to 65 to 67 as on average what I'm seeing what I use it for. And I said, it really breaks hard, and I think he's a great pitcher if you need a budget pitchers, guys. There's some of my suggestions. Everyone else is pretty decent. I'm still looking for more people to use. Will Harris is actually not bad either. He's not. It's just he only has 3 pitches. I don't like people with only 3 pitches. But if you do need someone who has pretty decent stats all around, who can break, he's a really good pitcher as well. Now, as far as closers, I don't really use my closers all that often. Edwin Diaz, he's actually not bad. He is a sidearm pitcher, I believe. Unless it was one of my other guys. He isn't bad. It's hard for me getting used to him a little bit. So he is good, but like I said, for me a sidearm pitcher, I am still trying to get used to him. Like I say, if he's not a sidearm pitcher, let me know in the comments below. I think he is, but if he's not, let me know. He is good. He has good stats. Like I said, it's just starting to get used to that. I'm trying to time out his throws. But like I said, he is a really good pitcher, though. When you get him down and when you work with him a lot, you can really utilize his curves and everything with his slider and his four-seamer. His four-seamer hits so hard. It's so quickly. So, those as far as those guys. Now, why I like Wilson Ramos as my catcher and not anyone else right now is because he's got a pretty good bat. Now, he's got 72 vision, which is decent. He's got decent stats all around for power and contact, but for me, he hits really hard. He gets me a lot of doubles, a lot of multi-hits, games and stuff. He's really consistent for me, which is why I like him a player. And he's got 77 clutch, which isn't bad. His defense could use a lot of work. He's not going to be the catcher to throw out people. You don't want to buy this guy if you're trying to throw out people, which is kind of the issue with him. Like I said, his arms aren't good. He doesn't have good reaction. His blocking is eh. But like I said, if you need a catcher who's decent, I guess, on defense, and you don't really find too many guys who really run on you, then yeah, I would use him. But I do suggest if you're play up against a guy who likes to run, maybe get a backup catcher who's really good on defense to do that, like a Yadier Molina or something like that. But right now, this is who I use personally. Like I said, first base we talked about Encarnacion, who's really good. I really like using him. He's got 68 vision. He's got a lot of power. And that's what you use him for. Just hitting the ball as hard as you can. Defensively, he's a first baseman, so as long as he can literally catch, it's fine. His fielding's only 43, but I haven't noticed too many issues with him, personally. I do wish I had a Rizzo. I got the Rizzo from the beginning. I wish I had that, personally, because Rizzo has a better chance of being a diamond. But I do think Encarnacion does have a chance to be a diamond if he plays well, and I think he will do. So, I think if you did get this card, you'll be in good hands right now. Even if you need a first baseman, you can never pick him up. He's not expensive at all. I think he's like 2-3K at most, I think, right now, currently. So, my bad. As far as second base, I kind of jump between people. I do have Carrera here right now, but sometimes I like Devon Travis because Devon Travis has a better bat, in my opinion. And he's quicker. And he's got a little bit better fielding, I think, at least from what feels like. Now, they're both really good. I'm not going to lie. Carrera's really good for me right now, but Devon Travis does hit a little better, in my opinion, from what I've seen. It's kind of an opinion. And Josh Harris is just a guy I have on the bench to help me out a little bit. I'll go on my bench too, guys. Third baseman, here's the man, David Wright. My favorite batter I have in the game. He has an 80 vision, 72 speed, 89 power to right, 89 contact to left, 76 contact to right, 37 power to left, which is kind of weak. I'm surprised he has really low power to the left. But even though he has low power to left, I still hit homers on them just because he's got good vision, good contact, and he just hit the ball really well. Like I said, especially though, if you are facing a righty, it is game over. You're going to hit a home run more times than not if you hit a good pitch. That's at least for me, though. I hit really well with him. He's got really good defensive stats, too. He's a really good defensive third baseman for what I've used him for. He gets really good outs. He's got a strong arm, so he can really throw out quicker guys. Definitely one of my favorite cards I have right now. And like I said, if you can have like 15K subs, you need a really good third baseman. I would definitely suggest picking him up, like straight up. Really good, 88 overall. He won't go up or down because he is a rookie card, which is the nice thing. So yes, he can't go up, but again, he won't go down. So you kind of like that. And he does have 72 speed. He's not slow either. Really my favorite. And the guy on my bench on Todd Frazier, I really like him. He's my pretty much my favorite pinch hitter I have. He's a third baseman or first baseman. So I have thought about actually replacing Encarnacion with him. I'm thinking about doing that, maybe or maybe not, because he does have better fielding. And he is, I just feel like he's more consistent for me, what it feels like. But again, it's his kind of preference. I'm holding off a little bit. I do think he has a really good opportunity to be gold this year. So if he gets gold, I'll probably play him at first over Encarnacion, unless Encarnacion gets a diamond, maybe. Then I might switch it out. Shortstop, we got Trey Turner. I ain't going through all the guys again, but I'm showing you guys the stats and why I like him. Trey Turner, amazing player. He can play pretty much anywhere you want. Second base, third base, and center field, and shortstop. So he can pretty much play in the whole infield besides first, but even if he can play first. Really good guy, and I've seen a lot of people throw him at center field, which is actually what a good option if you need one, because he does have 96 speed, 85 ceiling, and 83 base running aggressiveness. He's a really quick guy. He's got great contact for right, decent contact for left. He's got decent vision of 64. His batting is actually looks better than his stats personally. He hits pretty well for me in generally. He does get a few home runs for me every so often. Like I said, his biggest thing is he's got pretty good defensive stats and he's really fast. So if you need a leadoff hitter, you can pick him up. He's around 23K is the range I've seen from him the past few days. So that's kind of where I have him now. But again, like I said, his biggest thing is his speed and the fact that he can pretty much play almost anywhere you really need him to, which is really nice to have in a player. Now, Carlos Correa, he's kind of in the middle for me for how I feel about him. He is really good in terms of being versatile. Like I say, he can play second, short, and third, which is really nice to have. He's got 65 speed. He's got decent fielding stats. He's got 61 vision, which is 76 clutch, which is decent. He's got decent hitting stats all around. He's just a decent player. He's nothing special. He's not going to do amazing things for you, but if you need a solid infielder, he can definitely do well for you. He did go really well last year for Diamond Dynasty in terms of where he ended up. So that's the biggest reason I'm holding on to him. One, he's 10K, so it wouldn't be that much of selling him. And from the players I've seen, I could get like a Dustin Pedroia and have a few K left over for packs. But I want to keep him for a few more days and just kind of see what happens in the season. Hold on to him for a little bit because I do think he has a definitely good chance of getting a diamond this year if he just plays the way he did last year. So I'm definitely holding off that. So that's the biggest reason I'm holding him there. Gene Segura, he's actually a really good hitter for me. He actually did really well, and this is why I'm actually considering selling the Carrera for an outfielder possibly, because I do have this guy, 84 speed, 80 vision, decent hitting stats, decent fielding stats, not the best, but it's decent. He's not a bad player. Second and third baseman with a shortstop change you can play him at. So he's not bad. If he does get a gold, honestly, I'll consider selling Carrera. He's not a bad player at all. If you need like a really budget shortstop, this is the perfect guy in my opinion. He got 80 vision, great hitter right now. As far as left fielders, I do not have any left fielders that I use besides Kyle Schwarber, which is just to do the player epic. Center field, I got a few guys. I have a lot of speedy guys. Obviously, you guys know Ken Griffey. I was going to him real quick. Really good arm, pretty decent speed, and decent hitting. He does hit home runs for me, but not all that often. He's got 71 vision, not bad. Like I said, his defense is extremely top notch in my opinion. Really good defensively, pretty quick on speed. 84 is better than most, and he's got decent contact, not a whole lot of power, but like I said, he's not a bad player to have on your team, and he's actually really surprisingly not that bad for a free player. I'm definitely trying to work on getting that unlocks for him, and I'll definitely show videos of that in the future. Now I have Encarte, I always mess up his name. Encarte, I'm going to call him, probably wrong. Billy Hamilton and Amian I don't like because he's not that quick considering what he should be, I think. And also, fact his batting sucks. Billy Hamilton I have on my bench just as a pinch runner. Reason being, his batting is bad. And then he has 99 speed all across the board, but he's not that good in my opinion as far as being a hitter in a leadoff spot. So he does have really good defense. 98 reaction. He's got a pretty decent arm. No accuracy really on it though. But my whole thing with him is the fact that he's just not that good. 99 bunting isn't really worth it anymore because the bunting is really bad in this game from what I've seen. Is honestly, you're better off just getting a really bad hit for a quick ground ball that no one can really get to than actually bunting the way it is right now. His batting is really bad, which is why I don't use him over Encarte, because Encarte is a little better on that. And he's not that much slower. I mean, yes, it's 19 difference, but he still has 80 speed, 88 vision, not as much power, but he does have a lot more contact, a lot more vision with 88, and he still has really good defensive stats. He's actually got probably better in my opinion. The reaction is not that important. He's got around the same arm strength, same fielding, and he's got more accuracy. So that's why I prefer him over Billy Hamilton. I use Billy Hamilton as just a pinch runner. Let's say if Encarnacion, Todd Frazier gets a pinch hit or something like that where I need a quick guy in the bases. And Jose Bautista, I think everyone should have this guy. Amazing hitter, 41 speed, unfortunately, 45 fielding, 86 arm strength, 71 accuracy, 53 reaction. Not the best fielding stats, but he does have a decent arm if you need to throw someone out. His fielding is kind of bad, so keep that in mind. He has had a few errors for me, just simple fly ball errors. But that could just be a freak thing with me. He can't play first, third, or left field if you need to. So if you're really worried about his defensive stats, you can place him at first if you really need to. If you don't want him in the outfield because he isn't that quick. So that's definitely an option you can take. Now he's got 68 vision, which isn't the best. He's got 86 power to left and right, 68 contact to left, and 62 contact to right. And overall, he's a really good hitter in my opinion. He does really well, good things for me. He did last year, and he did this year so far. Again, he's a player with a high potential to get diamond. So if you are looking for players, silver players or even bronze players to how about your team that aren't going to kill your budget, these are the type of players you need to look out for. He is about 2-3K, at least he was a few days ago when I picked him up. But that is pretty reasonable considering you are getting a star-studded player for cheap. If you are looking for a really defensive outfielder though, Yasiel Puig is really good. He's actually not that bad as far as batting. but he's got 95 arm and 74 speed. He's actually really good for fielding. So if you're all looking for someone who maybe doesn't have as big of a bat, but has better defensive stats, this is definitely a player you want to go for. Puig has an insane arm, as we all know from just watching him play. So, and the reason I don't want to add a player here is because he's only 81 at second base. I have too many second basemen, so I don't want to do that yet. So I'm still maxing him out, taking that time. I'll probably place him in the outfield. We'll see. Probably place him in the outfield, or somewhere out there. Maybe even have him start. We'll see where I put him. I could even put him at catcher. Like I said, remember last year, catchers with your creative player was terrible because you couldn't throw at anyone because it had such a delay. Even if it was a 99 everywhere, it had such a delay there. So definitely keep that in mind to put him somewhere when I do finish him out. So anyway, guys, this is my team. Pretty long video. Like I said, I want to be kind of in depth with my team because I'm only going to do these every few weeks possibly when I make really big changes, not quick ones. So those are the players I have. I kind of went in depth on each player, where you should pick them up, how you should pick them up, and how much they are. If you guys want to see budget teams and separate videos on with a bunch of players in the videos of people I think you should pick up because they're good, both good and a high potential to get gold or diamonds, please let me know. Hope you guys enjoy this kind of different video. If that makes any sense. It's definitely separate from what I usually do. I used to do a lot of division videos, but I'm expanding because I feel like I need to. I need to do content, and I feel like division is not letting me to. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you guys want to see more of this, like games and such, battle royales, pack rings, stuff like that. Please let me know. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm TheRealOGnick, and I'm out. Peace.